Hello everyone, welcome to Techfusion Academy. So in this video, we are going to be talking about React fundamentals, which are events, lists, and props children. So let's proceed. So in this slide, it says props children. In React, you can send the content between the opening and the closing tags of a component to another component. And this can be accessed to another component using the props children property. So for example, from the parent component, send the content between the opening and the closing tags of the son and daughter's component. Okay, so let's make an example. So we're going to say a function sons, no, function son, and it's going to have a props, in which in the props we'll say return, we have a div, inside the div, we're going to have h2, which we'll call it sons. And inside there, we're going to have another div, which will be props, which will be props dot children. Then in this H1, we're going to have a background color, so we can style it. Then we'll say background should be, we want a yellow. Yes. So this is for the son aspect. And now we're going to create another function, which is going to be called the daughter function, which is going to be called daughter. And this daughter as well is going to take a props. Then after that, we're going to have a const, which will be brand, and the model equals to props. Yes. So after that, we're going to say return. We're going to say return div. It's either div then inside the div, we're going to have div inside that, we're going to have div, which inside the div will have h2, which is daughter. Then inside this daughter, we're going to have a div which holds the prop. We'll have another div which will be holding props dot children. Yes. And we're going to style the div here, in which we're going to style it as, I will say, side it, we want to do our background. Should be, let's say, blue. Yes, very perfect. Then in the next one, we are going to have another function, which will be for the parent. Function parent. So it is this parent that we're going to have, the two, this thing that we want. We'll say function parent, which will return a div. Inside that div, we're going to have h1, which we call it my two children. My two children. Yes. So, and as well, inside these my two children, we're going to call in son. We have son here. And we don't have son here. Then we'll have an H. We can probably have a P tag here, which will say this, which will say this was written in the parent-child component names, but displayed as part of the son's component. Yes, correct. So that's it for the son. Then now we have the daughter's own. We'll call the daughter in. Then we'll say daughter. Good. Then inside this daughter, we are going to have our key tag as well, which is this was written in the parent component, in the parent-child component, child component, but displayed as part of the daughter's component. Yes, so now let's export our results. We're going to export son. We're exporting daughter and parent. Now let's come to our Abdul.jsx. We are importing, in this place, we'll import all of them, son, daughter, and parents. But in this place, we're only going to call out the parents. Yes, good. Now let's check our results. So as you can see, in this place, we have son, which says this was written in the parent-child component, but displayed as part of the son's component. While daughter, this was written in the parent-child component, but displayed as part of the daughter's component. Let me show you what that is all about. So as you can see now, this was written in the son's component. It was written, we have it inside the parent component. We have it inside the son's component, which is this and this, but inside the parent component. Let's check. This was written in the parent-child component, which is this, but was displayed as part of the son's component. It is because we called it inside the son's component, and the son's component is this one. I hope you understand very well. Thank you for watching this video. Please do well to follow us on Tech Is Doing Academy across all socials. See you next time. Bye.